Notre Dame in the fall and plans to drive to South Bend.
One giant leap or roll for mankind.
In July, Icona helps firefighters in the field. Surveyor's creator honored for groundbreaking work. Thousands celebrate the mysteries of Mars. And a 25th anniversary tribute to the first American woman in space. NASA's remotely piloted Icona aircraft has flown over much of California to help fight more than 1,000 forest fires burning in the state. The NASA-developed autonomous modular scanner aboard the aircraft is capturing visible light, infrared, and thermal imagery of the wildfires. The images are transmitted through a communications satellite by Icona to the Ames Research Center, where they're integrated into Google Earth Maps for subsequent use by firefighters in the field.
The real leap that we've made here is getting the right data in near real time. Telling them where the fire fronts are, where they're moving, and you need that information within minutes so that they can make decisions about where to put people on the ground.
Icona is a Predator B aircraft adapted for civilian research and is based at the Dryden Flight Research Center. Marshall Space Flight Center Earth scientist Daniel Irwin has received the Charles S. Falkenberg Award for groundbreaking work using satellite imagery. Irwin created an unprecedented monitoring and visualization system that's shared among scientists, scientific agencies, and governments in Central America and the Dominican Republic. Called Surveyor, to serve in Spanish, the system has harnessed Earth imagery from space to help disaster responses to hurricanes, earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, algal blooms, and other crises across Central America. Irwin is now working to build similar systems and international collaborations in other developing regions of the world, like East Africa. The award is named for Charles Falkenberg, a noted computer scientist who advanced techniques for collecting and visualizing Earth and environmental science data. He, his wife, and their 2 young daughters lost their lives when American Airlines Flight 77 crashed into the Pentagon on September 11, 2001. The Smithsonian's National Air and Space Museum in Washington celebrated Mars Day with tens of thousands of visitors interested in exploring the mysteries of the Red Planet. Museum goers participated in a variety of activities, such as maneuvering a small robotic rover, studying the latest images from the Red Planet in 3D, and operating a robotic arm.
These are robotic arms. So what they can do is they can move the joints on the robot arm by switching each component on the controller, and she's going to release the block into the cup. So it's a pretty good idea of what it's like to control a robotic arm in Mars.
Visitors also had opportunities to talk one-on-one with scientists about recent Mars missions and discoveries.
The public is really fascinated with Mars. They always have been. This is a way for us to show all these exciting new discoveries. The Phoenix lander, for example, the Mars rovers, and all of those sorts of things we can bring to the public and explain to them how things work.
This is Phoenix's robotic arm. So it's a lot like your arm. It's got a shoulder, and it's got an elbow, and it's got a wrist down here with the scoop. We take the sample and program it to come and deliver the sample to one of 2 instruments on the deck.
The Goddard Space Flight Center celebrated the 25th anniversary of the first American woman in space, former astronaut Sally Ride.
When I was a little girl, I always dreamed of flying in space. And 25 years ago, that dream came true. And it's through your hard work and your imagination, your creativity, and your dedication that all of you will be able to reach for the stars and achieve your dreams too.
The event kicked off a 3-day educator conference called Earth Then, Earth Now, Our Changing Climate, which focused on understanding climate change in the 25 years since Ride's historic shuttle flight and what changes are predicted over the next 25 years. The conference was sponsored by NASA, Sally Ride Science, NOAA, the National Science Teachers Association, and the Department of Energy. In August, Hubble makes history again. A Constellation Program shoot test proved successful. A new NASA online feature debuts, remembering Guy Bluford's barrier-breaking mission, and Spitzer turns 5. The Hubble Space Telescope has another achievement. In more than 18 years of service, the NASA Space Observatory has now made more than 100,000 orbits of Earth. And this was the image captured by Hubble on that milestone orbit, the nebula NGC 2074, a star-birthing region 170,000 light-years away in the Large Magellanic Cloud.
It's a testament to how well Hubble was built and how productive it's built. So even today, after 18 years of observing, it's still producing world-class, world-beating results that people are queuing up and waiting for.
Story update. NASA's Hubble Space Telescope has taken the first visible light snapshot of a planet circling another star. Estimated to be no more than 3 times Jupiter's mass, the planet, called Fomalhaut b, orbits the bright southern star Fomalhaut, located 25 light-years away in the constellation Piscis Australis, the southern fish.
Most of the observations out there right now are what we call indirect detections. Either the planets are found through spectroscopic observations that reveal a wobble, or they're found as they transit across the face of their parent star, and you see a small dip in the light coming from them. This particular observation, we actually have, essentially the smoking gun, a real image of a planet.
Scientists had been hunting for a planet circling Fomalhaut since the early 1980s, when an excess of dust was discovered around the star by NASA's Infrared Astronomy satellite. The STS-125 mission to service Hubble is scheduled for next May. The first parachute drop test for the Ares 1 rocket has been conducted successfully. The drogue chute, designed to slow the rapid descent of Ares' spent first-stage motor, did its job, helping bring its payload to the desert floor of the U.S. Army's Yuma Proving Ground in Arizona. The drogue parachute, a vital element of the Ares 1 deceleration system, will permit recovery and reuse of the first-stage motor that helps propel the rocket to space. The successful test is a key milestone for NASA's Constellation program that'll send explorers to the International Space Station, the Moon, and beyond. Want to learn more about NASA history?
Welcome to our celebration of NASA's 50th anniversary.
The NASA website has a new multimedia experience that takes visitors on an interactive tour of the agency's first 5 decades of exploration. It combines current and historic video with state-of-the-art computer animation for a virtual World's Fair of NASA history. Each decade has a pavilion that hosts exhibits chronicling those 10 years of challenges and achievements. Visitors get unique insight into NASA's 50 years of exploration and research, as well as a glimpse into the future.
It's the new millennium!
Let Automa, the robot, guide your journey through NASA history at www.nasa.gov. The unveiling of a new spectacular image captured by NASA's Spitzer Space Telescope helped the Griffith Observatory in Los Angeles celebrate the 5-year anniversary of the spacecraft's launch. The glitzy image is just the latest eye-opening new view of the universe seen by Spitzer in infrared light. The Spitzer mission's many accomplishments include imaging the farthest known galaxies, breakthroughs in understanding the lives of stars, and detecting light for the first time from exoplanets, or planets orbiting other stars. The activities at the observatory included lectures on astronomy, a Spitzer information booth, and a 140-foot-long Spitzer image of our own Milky Way galaxy. 25 years ago this week, on August 30th, 1983, Guy Bluford became the first African-American in space as a crew member of STS-8.
We have ignition and we have liftoff.
The first shuttle mission to launch and land at night. STS-8 deployed an Indian satellite and conducted a variety of scientific and medical experiments and measurements. A native of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Bluford became a NASA astronaut in August 1979 and flew 3 more shuttle flights after his history-making mission.
All of them were exciting missions where we did very different things, but things for which I feel very proud.